So, Red Dead Redemption 2, is it worth playing in 2023? There are two different components entirely in this game, but this video is not going to ruin anything about the story. It's simply to help you decide if you want to play the game or not. Is it worth spending your money on this to pick this game up in 2023? What sort of fun are you going to have if you're going to have any? All that sort of stuff. So I'm not going to be talking about the story specifically or anything like that. It's just about the experience you are more than likely going to have if this game is your cup of tea and if you pick it up. So Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of my all-time favourite games. I mean, it's one of my favourite games of all time. Absolutely love this game. And a little known fact is I was never really interested until close to the launch of the game where the hype started building up for me. I decided to pick the game up and wow, was I blown away. This is a game that is so far ahead of its time, it's unbelievable. The amount of attention to detail that Rockstar put into this game is phenomenal. All the different fun things you can do as a new player can actually become overwhelming at times because there is so much to it. If you are interested in the story is a lot of fun. It takes you all across the Wild West. You're going to meet all these new characters. You're going to do some bad things, do some good things. And the story is going to last you around 50 to 60 hours if you play through the whole thing. And there are lots of twists and turns that are just going to keep you on your toes and keep you engaged in the game. But that's only if you are just there for the story. The average completionist has been recorded to do everything the story has to offer in about 175 hours. So if the setting of the game is something that piques your interest, then I definitely recommend it even in 2023. The game still looks amazing graphically, the gameplay mechanics are all up there, even though this game is years old at this point. However, there is nothing else coming to this game. That's for both the story and the online component. But what you have in the game already is 100% worth your time. Now, when it comes to the online component of Red Dead Redemption 2, there is quite a lot here as well. But there are still problems years after, and Rockstar have abandoned it to focus on GTA 6. But that does not take away from the fun that you can have. Not only do you have horse racing and shooting like playlists in the competitive series in the game, the PvP side of the online component, but you have the full open world at your disposal. You can go hunting, fishing, you can manufacture moonshine, you can trade animal goods. There's so much to do if you are a new player. Over the years, I've put a good few 100 hours or so into the online component alone. And while there has been disconnection issues, there's been a lot of griefing from other players. If you're running a trading route, you're going to drop off all your materials, players can come along, they can destroy your wagon, and that basically halves the amount of money you're going to earn. And there's also been a huge lack of quality of life improvements, but there's also been so much fun. And that's the most important thing. If you are a returning player, there's nothing new here whatsoever. They do monthly updates where they give you double money and double XP and things like that, but there's no new content added whatsoever. But for someone that's never ever picked up the game before or only played a little bit, you've got the whole story ahead of you and you've got the whole of the online portion of the game as well. There's a leveling system which unlocks cool things. You get like treasure maps and stuff that will earn you gold and money when you go and find them. There are 5 roles available in the online portion of the game, which are bounty hunter, so you can go do some bounty hunting. There's naturalist, which lets you study animals instead of hunting them. Moonshiner, you're creating your own moonshine business from the ground up. There's trader, if you want to hunt animals instead of studying them. And then there's collector, which gives you different treasures and stuff that are scattered around on the map. I believe they're still in a daily rotation. But they'll be scattered around the map and you've got to go and collect them all and find them. And after obtaining a whole set, it's going to give you some very, very decent money and XP. There are also a bunch of story missions if you want to play them in the online component of the game. So there is plenty to do when you are playing Red Dead Redemption 2 online. If you are getting into this game, specifically the online component of it, now is the best time to do it. And I highly recommend doing it because moonshine sales and my favourite, the trader sales, earn double XP and money through the whole of January, which is going to give you plenty of time to make enough money to buy some nice weapons and clothes. And if free roam events are your thing, because they have those in this game as well, then the naturalist and collector free roam events are giving triple rewards all throughout January as well. There is a lot to offer if you are a new player, and because it's years old, you might even snag it in a sale. But that is my opinion on is it worth playing Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2023, and I highly recommend this game still to this day. It's had its problems, it's definitely had its ups and downs, but if you just look at the overall scope of the game and the scale of what you're getting when you buy the game, there's so much to it, there's so much fun to be had. Literally all you need is to be interested in this sort of a game. And let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments about Red Dead Redemption 2 and the online component of the game. And check out this video if you want to see other content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.